Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants.
Excuse me.
Who are you?
Excuse me.
And how did you even get in here?
Well, I will tell you exactly who I am. I am a platinum cruiser here to set the record straight.
This is my show.
No, this is my show now. You can go. Go, go, go. Well, now that he's gone, let me introduce myself. My name is Ms. Fuller a lotta Shitte, but you can only call me Miss Shitte. Don't you use my first name. I already done told them cabin boys and cabin girls they will dress me formal. No, don't use my first name. I don't know you like that. And now this is going to be my show because Chris over at High Seas Cruising, he's been telling all these comments and stories about us platinum cruisers. And as a platinum cruiser, I'm here to tell you what you really want, what you really need, and how it should be done and fixed just for you. Because I'm going to share some stories today that happened to me on my last cruise. You'll never believe how they treated me, what they did to me. I'm going to share it all with you because I'm going to tell you the story. Do you know they let old people on my cruise ship? I'm going to tell you a story about how my servants in the dining room, oh yeah, they need to be retrained real quick. And there's some crew members out there talking some, I don't know what they were saying, but it wasn't English. And I know as a platinum cruiser, they were talking about me behind my back. And we need to get this fixed, lickety split. Now, the first story I want to tell y'all today, I was on my Journeys cruise, trying to have me a cruise vacation. But you know what? It turned out they let old people on the cruise ship. I found out there's going to be old people on there, people over the age of 30. Can you believe that? Over 30. What cruise line does that sort of thing on a cruise? And we all know old people, they're not fun. They don't have a fun atmosphere. They make it bad and just uncomfortable for all of us young folk. I went to the cruise line. I said, give me my money back. Do I get a refund because you let old people on the ship? And can you believe it? They had the audacity to say no. But don't y'all worry about it because I wrote in a comment. I wrote that brand ambassador over there at that Carnival Cruise Lines. I wrote him a strongly worded letter to let him know this need to get fixed right away. Somebody wrote that Journeys cruises are only for the older retired demographic. Is this the truth, Healed? My partner and I booked room blank on the Vizia 5/17/26 cruise. This is a Southern Caribbean Journeys cruise, and I are in our 30s. This was not advertised as an old person's cruise. Old people are not going to make for a fun atmosphere. Will Carnival get us a full refund for false advertising? Now, I know you guys understand exactly what I'm saying. The cruise line never told me that there could possibly be old people on my ship. That's clearly false advertisement, and they owe me a refund. I am platinum. Where's my money? Give me my money back. You didn't tell me nothing about old people. But now it doesn't end there. No, it gets even worse because then I go over to the main dining room and I sit down. Of course, ain't a tablecloth inside. I don't know what has gone on around here without that, but I ordered me some soup. And can you believe they brought me soup and it didn't come with bread? They didn't bring me bread with my soup. What? That's the whole reason you get soup is to dip bread in it, right? Of course, I said something to them. I said, where's my bread? And they said, well, all you had to do was ask. I don't want to have to ask. It should be automatic. They should be trained and taught to do exactly what I want, how I want it. Every single thing. What do you mean I gotta ask? So, once again, I had to write me in a comment. I had to write that brand ambassador because somebody's got to get this cruise line under control. Glory waiters need retraining. The quality of service has substantially dropped. I was served my mushroom soup. It came with no bread. John healed the whole point of having bread with soup is to dip it in. Each bowl of soup should be served with 3 pieces of bread as standard. Now, I know as my fellow cruisers, y'all get exactly what I'm saying. A bowl of soup without 3 pieces of bread, automatic, because we all know everybody wants 3 pieces of bread with every bowl of soup they get. I mean, every single American wants that. We know it, it's fact. The audacity of a cruise line to think in their minds that a platinum cruiser should have to just simply say, "Can I get 3 pieces of bread with my soup?" Good God, what is cruising coming to? But this cruise from hell, it didn't stop there. It kept on going. It was just problem after problem because they just don't listen to me. Now I'm out enjoying the cruise ship. I'm hanging out, and I see 2 of them crew boys, them ones that them servants they got on the ship that bring you stuff and do stuff and fix stuff. You know the ones I'm talking about. We don't want to see them eating with us in our restaurants or nothing like that. They're best to be seen, not heard, especially when they're talking some kind of crazy jibber jabber in the background. I don't know what they're saying. It ain't English, but I know they're talking about me because, I'm sure they're like, "That platinum cruiser over there." And then they say something, and I don't know what they're saying, but I know it's about me. And I don't like it. I mean, I speak English, so naturally every single person around me must speak English too. You're not allowed to be from another country and work on a cruise ship and not talk to everybody in English. That's just some BS right there. And so you know what I did? You know what I did? I wrote me in a comment to that brand ambassador guy again. At the risk of appearing as an insecure liberal, I cannot see any reason why staff cannot speak to each other in English when they are in passenger areas, corridors, and at work in the MDR and restaurants. They seem to speak whatever language takes their fancy. They should be told only to speak English when passengers are there, and that their conversational volume should be restrained. They may not be doing so, but it is easy for Carnival passengers to not to think they are talking about me. What is Carnival's policy? Yeah, I let them know. I'm pretty sure they were talking about me. There should be nothing but English all around that. I shouldn't hear nothing but no English. Okay. And don't tell me that business, that yakety talk like Chris over there would say that, cruises could have people from all around the world sailing on them, and not everybody on this planet speaks English as a language, and you could interact with people from all around the planet. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm on the cruise. I'm platinum. I want English and English only. These are the changes that everybody wants. These are the changes that everybody needs. And like I said, I wrote that brand ambassador. And of course, because I wrote it in, it's going to get fixed right away. We're never going to have these problems ever again. Everybody that's over the age of 30, they ain't going to be on them ships no more. You order yourself a bowl of soup. Oh, yeah, you're going to get a whole loaf of bread now. And everybody's going to be speaking English on every cruise ship around this world or a whole planet, because that's exactly what every single cruiser out there wants. I know I am speaking for everybody out there. You can't convince me otherwise. I know what y'all want. You know what you want. You just keep listening to Miss Shitty. I got you covered. Well, I got to go now because I got to go write me in some more comments, get some more stuff changes for everybody. So I guess, you know what? I guess I'll let him have his show back now that I've properly shown him how to do it. Well, I guess that's going to be our show for today. I'm not 100% sure what just happened there, but I'm going to throw it out there to you guys. What do you think? Is she right? Is Ms. We got to get it right. Ms. Full of a lot of shit. Is she right? Is she speaking for everybody out there? Does she really know what every cruiser wants? Is the cruise lines wrong for having people that are over the age of 30 on Journeys cruises? Because they're just going to ruin that cruise. Is that person really owed a refund? Is it mandatory they bring you 3 pieces of bread
every single time you order a bowl of soup? Or is maybe everybody out there just a little bit different? And you could have simply said to the server in the main dining room, hey, can I get 3 pieces of bread with my soup? Thank you. And that would have solved the problem. And I personally, I've heard crew members speaking in their native language or native tongues to each other plenty of times on board a cruise ship. And maybe it's just me, but never once has it crossed my mind that they're talking about me behind my back. Of course, I don't mistreat crew, rude to crew, jerks to crew, or anything like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's just not a fear I have. And if you really think the crew is talking about you behind your back, maybe you did something to the crew that you possibly shouldn't have done. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.